Hey guys, how are you? My name is Krista Deary. I'm a Diamond Ambassador with Plexus from Minnesota. Does it look like Minnesota? Right? I mean, the palm trees give it away. No, I'm in Florida right now with my daughter Rayma. She is 13 years old, and it's a tradition in our family that when our kids turn 13, we get away with them on a little trip. And I tell you what, it has been precious and powerful being on this trip with her, knowing that this would not be taking place right now were it not for saying yes to Plexus. What a gift. It has enriched every part of our lives, not just my health and not just our finances, but my marriage and my family and what we've been able to do and experience and give. I can go on and on about that, but that's not my topic. I have 8 children. I homeschool a bunch of them. They range in age from 18 down to 2. I also have a special needs son. He's 9 years old. He has cerebral palsy and CVI and epilepsy and a number of other diagnoses. But a lot goes into his care, and we're just all around busy. But I get to talk to you today about rest and about balancing family when you're going after your business and your goals and the dreams that God has put inside your heart. And I love this topic probably because I have to focus on it a lot. I have to pivot and reset and readjust and realign often because I literally lead a circus. We call it beautiful chaos in our home because it truly is. There's a lot that we're spinning in our home, and a lot as a business owner too, right? As our teams grow and we're leading people that we care so much about, there's a lot that we're juggling, but it's important that we do it well. And the number one thing that I do when I recognize symptoms in myself that prove I need to pivot a little bit is I like to think backwards. Now, first off, what are those symptoms I might see? There might be symptoms of burnout. There might be some weariness, maybe improper use of my time. I might see it in my children and my husband that they're a little bit frustrated with me. Now, those are symptoms, not that Plexus is wrong, that mommy needs to pivot. I got to adjust some things, especially coming off of seasons of high momentum. Those are beautiful times to adjust, make sure we're doing things in a way that lead to the legacy that we desire. So my favorite way to do this is to think backwards. I like to take myself in my mind, in my imagination, to my deathbed. That sounds so horrible, doesn't it? It's not. No, stay with me here. On my deathbed, what will I be thankful that I did? And what will I regret? Let's figure that out now. Take some time and write that down. What will you be so proud of in your life, and what will you regret? Figure that out now so that you can be so intentional with your days and so you can live with no regrets. You know, when I look at when all of my children are grown and I'm an empty nester, that seems like it's years from now, but I'm experiencing a little bit of it, a taste of it right now with my 18-year-old. When all of my children are grown, when I look back on the years that I had them in my home, what will I be so glad that I did? And what will I regret? What will I wish I had changed? How about tonight? When I lay my head down on my pillow tonight to sleep and I look back on my day, what will I be so grateful that I did? And what will I regret? You know, I never think that we go to bed at night or we look back on our life and say, I'm so glad I watched that Netflix show. We'll never be on our deathbed saying, I wish I would have binged that one show before I die. Nope, never. There's a time and a place for watching a show, but it's easy for that to get out of hand, isn't it? That doesn't create a legacy. It doesn't make an impact. But we'll never regret reading that story to our kids before bedtime. We'll never regret locking eyeball to eyeball with them when they came to tell us about their baseball game outside. We'll never regret saying yes when they ask us to go sledding with them. We'll never regret those things, and we never get those moments back. And so it's so important as you're going after the dreams that God has placed in your heart to do so with intentionality, to set proper boundaries, to have times that that phone is nowhere near you, and to do this in a way that your kids want to do it too. I think about that all the time. Am I doing this in a way that my kids watch me and say, I want to be like her when I grow up? That's my goal. That's my goal for sure. Some of the things that we love doing, we love having Friday night family nights where no one has their phones on and we hang out as a family doing something creative. It can be just as easy as staying home and playing a game, making a fun meal, or having an ice cream sundae, or it can be something more adventurous, getting out of the house. But setting aside one evening a week that we know is full-blown family time with all of us. I love doing no-cell Saturdays, having at least one day, if not two, where my cell phone is nowhere near me. That's a healthy reset every single week, right? I love taking a day of rest, whether it's Saturday or Sunday. For our family, sometimes Sunday is not very restful. It can be kind of crazy getting a family of 10 ready to go to church and do all the things. So sometimes I have to make sure I'm intentional on Saturdays to truly rest and to give myself white space. When I do that, there's so much creativity inside me. There's so much more to pour out. Excuse the airplane. Background noise, so sorry, but it's so true. Between 8 children that I'm pouring out on every day, and a husband that I love dearly, and a team that I love, I have to make sure I'm pouring into myself and that my cup is not empty. It's very evident when it is. And those are the times that I have to once again realign, readjust, make some pivots, assess how I'm spending my time each day, and make sure I'm doing it from the end game, looking back, right? Living intentionally every single day in a way that I won't regret, but that I'll celebrate, and that will make a lasting impact for generations to come. That's my goal. How about you? Love you guys. Talk to you soon.